Hello everyone, I know you're short on time and you find APA tedious, so I will be brief. There are many different tools that you can use to do your APA. One of them is this free APA citation generator. It is known as mybib.com. Here you're going to go ahead and select the kind of source that you're using, and I actually happen to have a DOI right here. So let's see what this looks like. Alright, already a couple of red flags. As you can see, this entire title is not supposed to be in all caps. In fact, the only thing that is supposed to be capitalized here is the first letter of this name. So be careful when you're just copy-pasting to make sure you don't repeat somebody else's mistakes. So let's go back and see if we could have entered this manually. Well, yeah, we could have entered this manually, but see, it sent me to website. So again, be careful. Make sure that you're doing the correct source. Down here we have all of this information, the name of the journal, the volume number. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put in my own name here. I'm going to say that it was published in 2021, I don't know, on my birthday. I'm going to title it this, sure, we'll call it that, yep, why not? Some random numbers here. Of course, you would be carefully checking these to make sure they were all correct. And I'm just going to say that I saw it today. So here we go. And my journal article in APA style says that it's actually a review of instructional writing. Well, that's not quite right. And where did this come from? So as you can see, the short way is not always the best way. Let's take a look at another tool. So I have a whole list of tools here. Citation Machine is probably one that you're also familiar with. Same deal here. You just have to make sure that if you're putting the right information in, you're going to get the right information out. And it's difficult if you don't know exactly what it's supposed to look like. So with all of these citation generators, just remember, garbage in, garbage out. There's also this one, Scribr. This one is a good one, and it will help you choose your source and walk you through the entire setup here and cite this for me, which actually keeps it all in a file for you to use later if you can create an account. Now, one of the things that I like to do when I'm writing papers is I like to use the citation tool in Google Docs. I wrote this entire paper using the citation tool over here. And as you can see, it's in APA 7th edition, so all I have to do is select my type, select my option, and then fill out the information. Once again, making sure that all of my information is correct. Once I have all of this, if I want to include an in-text citation, all I have to do is come over here and hit Cite. Now again, you have to be smarter than the software, so make sure that you know your APA well enough that you can use these little shortcuts. Once you have all of your citations in this citation repository, you can do what I did and actually just click Insert Bibliography. Now, as we all know, bibliography is not what we call it in APA. This is the references page. And so here everything looks pretty good. Oh, but notice all of these titles are not exactly correct. So I'd have to go through and make sure that I change all the cases, but I've already saved myself an enormous amount of time. If you have any questions on how to use any of these tools, or if you want more help with APA, please ask your instructor, me, or your friendly Writing Center tutors.